Hi Leo, this is Dana with Taurus Star Tarot. I am about to do a reading for your sign today. That being said, this is not a personal reading for you. This is a reading for a large collective group of energies. If you would like a personal reading from me, we will do a traditional 10-card Celtic cross spread just like this with clarifying cards and oracle cards for $35. You can reach me at taurusstartarot@gmail.com. What else? It's important to know not only your sun sign, which today is Leo, but your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign as well. Your moon sign is how you feel about your world. Your sun sign is how the world interacts with you. Your rising sign is about how you interact with the world. And your Venus sign is about how you give and receive love. So it's important to cross-watch all of those other signs in general collective readings in order to get a comprehensive overview of what the messages are for you in the tarot. Okay, in the recent past right here, I see that you have made some kind of a very serious decision to follow your heart. You've answered some kind of inner calling, right? You've answered some kind of inner calling, and you are manifesting some kind of a new prosperity, some kind of a new financial opportunity for yourself, which you do believe will bring you out of poverty. Not only bring you, and not that you're in poverty, but it will prevent you from from being broke, right? A money-making decision that's going to prevent you from being broke. It's going to take some persistence and some resilience, possibly even a test of faith. You will begin to plan for your future. You will have some discovery, right? And some progress. You're going to make some decisions that will enable you to plan for your future. However, it's going to require strength, courage, right? Maybe some persuasion and some influence to get everybody else on board with you in order to have harmony, happiness, and alignment in your life. Excuse me. The foundation for this reading, the reason all of these events are going to unfold for you, is the Four of Coins, or the Four of Pentacles, right? The Four of Pentacles talks about control, stability, security. So you are looking for control, stability, and security in your life. That's crossed by the Lovers in reverse. The Lovers in reverse talks about love. The Lovers upright talks about love, harmony, relationships, values, alignment, and choices. In reverse, it's about self-love, disharmony, imbalance, and misalignment of values. So you are... Let's see what this one says. In regards to the Nine of Cups, right? Which is all about wishes fulfilled, comfort, happiness, and satisfaction. So with this Four of Pentacles right here, you are seeking control, stability, and security in your life. Because at the moment, it's a little out of balance, right? You have misalignment of values with the relationships in your life, right? You have disharmony, an imbalance, and a misalignment of values. And the Lovers card, it doesn't have to be about lovers, right? The Lovers card is about relationships in our life. So there is a relationship in your life that is out of alignment right now. And based on this recent past, I would venture to say that it's your career, right? It's out of balance. And your wishes, right? Your desires, your comfort, your happiness, and your satisfaction are at stake because of this misalignment of values. This has been a very emotional and volatile time for you, right? It's been a very emotional and volatile time for you because you're stepping out. You're stepping out and you're going to follow your inner calling, right? So it's emotional and volatile. And you're extremely passionate about this. Whatever this is over here that you've decided to follow and inner calling about, you are extremely passionate. You are, this card stands for romance and a knight in shining armor, right? It also stands for imagination. In this reading, This is you being extremely passionate about this decision that you made over here. With Justice in reverse is dishonesty and unfairness, okay? Dishonesty and unfairness is causing you to transition into calmer waters. Because of a lack of teamwork and a disregard for skills and being unappreciated for who you are and what you do. With Temperance in reverse, reiterating an imbalance, right? An imbalance in your life that you need to realign. So that's the foundation for this reading. The foundation of this reading is that you are seeking control, stability, and security in your life because there is a misalignment of values in your relationship in regards to what makes you happy, what satisfies you, right? Wishes fulfilled. It's a volatile time in your life right now. It's a volatile time in your life right now, right? But you're very, very, very passionate about what you're doing or about what you plan to do. You're very passionate about what you plan to do, and Justice in reverse says that you feel like there has been unfairness, dishonesty, and a lack of accountability in the situation, which is causing you to transition into calmer waters and leave the situation behind because of unappreciation and a lack of teamwork. And then Temperance in reverse comes in and says there is an imbalance in your life that needs to be realigned. Your current energy is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands talks to us about victory, progress, self-confidence, and sometimes even public recognition. Public recognition doesn't necessarily have to be your face on the nightly news, right? Public recognition can be attaboys from your family, right? Or good job from the people that you care about, right? So right now you're feeling pretty good because there's probably some folks in your life that are saying, man, you should have done that a long time ago. Attaboy. Right on. That a girl. There you go. That's crossed by the Fool in reverse, which tells me that you are taking a risk. You are taking a risk, and that is crossed by Judgment. You're taking a risk in regards to there will be judgment applied to the situation, right? Like the rebirth, the inner calling, and the absolution to the situation, which was your foundational card over here, right? Judgment. So you are following your inner calling, right? You are taking a risk, and you are following your inner calling. That energy is crossed by the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is security, control, power, and abundance, right? So in your present energy, you're feeling pretty freaking good. You're feeling pretty damn good, right? Your crowning thoughts is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords talks to us about an inevitable end to a situation. It also talks about being backstabbed, defeated, betrayed, crisis, loss, and endings, right? So perhaps you feel betrayed and unappreciated, right? Which has made you step out on your own and seek something else. That's clarified by the Page of Wands in reverse. Setbacks to new ideas, pessimism, or a lack of direction. Followed up by the Ten of Wands in reverse, which talks to us about taking on too much or avoiding responsibility. Finalized with the Death card, which is an ending, right? It's an ending. It's a change, a transformation, and a transition in your life. So in your current thoughts, there is an inevitable ending. Whether you have been betrayed, right? Whether you have been backstabbed, defeated, whether there is crisis or loss, there is an ending to it, right? It is ending. No matter what happened right there, it's ending. It's ending, and you're putting an end to it because you feel like there was a lack of direction, and that there were stumbling blocks and setbacks over and over and over and over again for you, right? And you felt like everybody else wasn't carrying their own weight. And because you made that decision to end that situation, you are going to have a change, a transformation, and a transition in your life. What is that transition? The star in reverse comes in and tells us that there is a lack of faith, disconnection, that's leading you to a new beginning and on a new journey. So all of this right here tells me that you have a passionate inspiration, right? You have an inner calling, and there is going to be an absolution, a judgment, a huge decision that you are going to implement in your life. And when you do that, you will manifest a new financial opportunity and prosperity in your life that will keep you out of poverty, right? It's going to take persistence and a test of faith, but you will be able to plan for your future and have some security in your being, right? It's going to take some strength and some courage, perhaps some persuasion and some influence to ultimately have values alignment and harmony in your life and in your marriage and in your home, right? So Leo, you are stepping out. You're stepping out of a situation that does not serve you anymore, and you are stepping into a good place. Self-confidence, victory, progress. You are taking a risk. And again, second time, judgment is being applied to the situation. You are following your inner calling. And you're feeling pretty damn good about yourself. You have security, control, and power. You have abundance in your life. The reason that you're doing this is because of the Four of Pentacles. You want control, stability, and security in your life. You are taking control of your own future. You're taking control of your own future because there are people, places, and circumstances in your life that are causing an imbalance, disharmony, and a misalignment of values of what direction you think you should be going in regards to your happiness. The King of Cups in reverse tells us that this is a very volatile time in your life. Very touchy, volatile time in your life. But you are super, super passionate about what you have decided to do. You are super passionate about what you've decided to do. And then Justice in reverse talks to us about there is an unfairness and a lack of accountability and some dishonesty, which is pushing you forward to leave that situation, right? And there you go. You are transitioning out of that situation into calmer waters because there was a lack of teamwork and there was unappreciation for your skill set, right? There was unappreciation for your skill set. And then Temperance in reverse comes in and reiterates imbalance, right? There's an imbalance and you need to realign your values. There will be an inevitable end in your mind, in your current thoughts. There is an inevitable end. Whether you have been betrayed and backstabbed, whether you have been in crisis or in loss, whatever the situation is, Leo, it's ending. It's ending. The Page of Wands in reverse comes in and says that there was pessimism and a lack of direction, right? Pessimism and a lack of direction. Other people were not carrying their fair share of the load. And Death reiterates, there will be an ending, a change, a transition, and a transformation in your life. The Star in reverse says disconnection, right? You're going to disconnect from this situation and have a new beginning and take a new journey. Okay, in your fears position, you're presenting with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles tells us that the Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving energy, okay? And in your fears position, this says perhaps you are fearing that you're not going to be able to get on your feet fast enough, okay? You're fearing that you're not going to be able to get on your feet fast enough. In your environment, we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands tells us that this is a challenge, right? This is a challenge for you. It's a challenge to bring to fruition the inspiration that led you to leave this situation in the first place. Clarified by the Six of Cups in reverse, which is unrealistic, right? Stuck in the past and unrealistic. So perhaps you're wondering if you did make a good decision. Perhaps you're thinking that maybe you jumped the gun and moved a little too quickly, and this whole thing is a little bit unrealistic because it's not moving fast enough. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse comes on top of that and tells us that there are financial setbacks, right? There's some financial setbacks because you jumped ship and went in a new direction, followed your inner calling, put an end to all the bullshit that was going on, started a new journey, started a new beginning. But there is, it's slow. It's slow. It's just not happening fast enough for you. And this is in your environment, so this is what's going on around you, right? The Nine of Pentacles comes in and says that maybe there's some financial setbacks, or perhaps you are over-investing yourself in the situation, right? Maybe you're working your ass off to make this happen, Leo, and the people around you are not real happy about it. Either way, it's covered by the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups talks to us about love, right? Compassion, creativity, and overwhelming emotion. So you are probably at this point in the game feeling overwhelmed and wondering, doubting yourself. In your hopes position, you have the Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse talks to us about recovery from financial loss, right? We had that over there as well. You have a lot of repeating cards in this reading. So you have the Five of Cups, which talks about recovery from financial loss, right? You're hoping that you're going to pull out of this. With the Page of Cups in reverse, again, second time, no, this is not the second time, I apologize. Page of Cups in reverse is emotional immaturity or a creative block. So perhaps your heart hasn't caught up with your head yet, or maybe maybe you're hoping with the creative block, maybe you're hoping that you can pull this all together and make this all happen, right? You're hoping that you can pull it all together and make it happen. The Empress in reverse comes in and says that there is a creative block or dependence on others. So perhaps you are very much hoping that you can get this up off the ground and get it going so you do not have to depend on anybody else financially in your life, right? Maybe the wife or the husband is taking up the slack while you start this new endeavor. Maybe mom and dad are backing you, right? Maybe you're having to take out student loans or loans of some sort. You're just hoping that you get this up and going and that you don't have to depend on anybody else for your money, right? I did that backwards, Leo. I apologize. Your and this all makes sense, but I read the clarifying cards before I pointed out your foundational card. So your foundational card for your hopes position is the Hermit, right? The Hermit talks to us about going inside. The Hermit talks to us about seeking introspection, inner guidance, and soul searching. You're soul searching. You're hoping that you will not be in financial poverty, right? You're hoping that this will be a success. You are hoping with the Page of Cups in reverse, you are hoping that you can launch this, right? You're hoping that it wasn't a bad decision. You're hoping that you won't be codependent on somebody else. You're hoping creative block and dependence on others. You're hoping that you can get this thing rolling and you will not be dependent on other people to help you out. The outcome for this reading is the Four of Cups, which is contemplation and reevaluation. So I do believe you are contemplating and reevaluating the entire situation and wondering if you made the right choice or not, right? Well, guess what? The universe says that this is a turning point in your destiny. Whatever decision that you come to right here, while you are contemplating and reevaluating the entire situation, will be a turning point in your destiny, one way or another. A turning point in your destiny. A turning point in your destiny that will create profit, reward, investment, right? But you have to sow the seeds. Sow the seeds, and the universe says it will be a turning point in your destiny. Sow those seeds, and you will have profit, reward, and investment. And the whole reading is topped off with the World card, right? Completion, integration, and accomplishment. So, Leo, that was your reading, and I think it's a great reading. Over here, you are, you're saying, you know what? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I have a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream, and I am going to manifest a new financial opportunity in my life. I am not going to be in financial poverty, right? I am going to do something that is going to pay, right? I'm going to do something that's going to pay me. Maybe a test of faith, may take some resilience, but I'm going to do it because I need to plan for my future. I need to plan for my future, and the universe comes in and says, you're going to need courage and strength. You're going to need courage and strength because it's not easy. It's not easy to follow your dreams, Leo. It's not easy. You're going to need courage and faith to obtain harmony, happiness, values alignment in your life. Getting some kudos from the people around you for taking a stand and doing what you think is right. You're getting some kudos from the people around you for taking a risk. You're getting kudos from the people around you for following your inner calling, right? And you're feeling like the King of Pentacles, right? You're feeling control, power, which you're hoping will bring you security and abundance in your life. Your crowning thoughts, inevitable end. No matter what happened, no matter how you ended up in that position right there, it's ending. It's over, right? It's over because you felt like you had a lack of direction in your life, and you're putting an end to the feelings of having a lack of direction in your life. You're putting an end to everybody else not pulling their weight and you taking on too much. There will be an end, a transformation, and a transition in your life. What is that transition? That transition is, the Star card reiterates, disconnection, right? You are disconnecting and you are going on a new journey with a new beginning. Come what may, right? In your fears position, you are fearing that this isn't going to happen fast enough. You're fearing that this isn't going to happen fast enough. In your environment, you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is telling us that this is a challenge for you, right? This is a huge challenge, a huge financial challenge. And you have to have perseverance, right? You have to have perseverance. You feel like maybe this is an unrealistic venture that you're starting. You feel like maybe you should have stayed where it was that you left. Maybe you should have stayed there. You're doubting yourself, Leo. You're doubting yourself. The Nine of Pentacles comes in and says that there are financial setbacks, right? Maybe maybe you are busting your ass to make this work and you're not seeing the money come through yet. You're not seeing the money come through yet. The Ace of Cups says that there is overwhelming emotion in your life right now, right? Just overwhelming emotion, which I get. I understand that. I've done what you're doing right here many, many times. Hang in there, though, Leo. Hang in there, right? In your hopes position, you are in the hermit mode. You are soul searching, doing some introspection, and seeking some inner guidance. You are hoping that you're not going to fall into financial poverty, right? You are hoping, with the Page of Cups in reverse, that you can get this up and going. You're hoping it wasn't a bad decision. You're hoping that you can get it up and going, right? And then the Empress in reverse comes in and says, it reiterates the creative block right here with dependence on others as well. So you're hoping that this whole thing will take off and get up and going so you can be financially independent. The outcome is contemplation and reevaluation. Whatever decision it is that you make right here with this contemplation and reevaluation, in one way or another, will be a turning point in your destiny, right? It will be a turning point in your destiny, and you will be able, and you're being told to sow the seeds to reap the profit and reward from your investment. When you do, the ultimate outcome, now this could take seconds, minutes, days, weeks, months, years. The ultimate outcome is the World card. That is card number 21. It's the very last card of the Major Arcana, which is completion, integration, accomplishment, and travel. Right? So you have a lot of arcana, major arcana, in this reading. Let's do this way. So you have Judgment. And then you have Strength. Let's see, Judgment, Strength. Judgment again. The Fool. Temperance. Justice. Lovers, Death, the Fool, the Empress, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune in the World. Actually, the Hermit came before the Empress. Okay, let's talk about this, because these are karmic life lessons right here. And we're going to talk about them in the order that they presented. So your first card was Judgment, right? The lesson for this card, the lesson for Judgment, is to have a rebirth and an inner calling, followed by strength and courage. A rebirth and an inner calling, followed by taking a risk. Excuse me, followed by taking a risk, followed by imbalance and realignment, followed by rebalance and realignment and dishonesty and unfairness. With the Lovers in reverse, again, imbalance and misalignment, endings, transformation and transitions, new beginnings and new journeys, inner guidance, soul searching, dependence on others, creative blocks, turning point in your destiny, right? And then completion and accomplishment. That's awesome, Leo. That's awesome. I mean, these are a lot of arcana to come up. And these are your life lessons. These are the things that you need to learn to progress in your life, right? You need to learn how to follow your inner calling. You need to be cognizant of the things around you that will push you towards being all that you can be and going in the direction that the universe wants you to go. Strength. Don't forget, you can call on the divine, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, for strength and courage. While you're answering the call to follow the voice of your guidance, you will be gifted with strength. Again, following your inner calling. Twice they've told you to follow your inner calling. Not only have they told you to follow your inner calling, but they're telling you when you do follow your inner calling, it's going to be a turning point in your destiny. Take a risk. Realign your values. Right? Take a risk. Realign your values. Be accountable. Realign your values. Transform and transition. Take a new journey. Start a new beginning. Don't forget to go inside and take some quiet time to yourself. Seek inner guidance, right? Don't forget to do that. It's super important to pause and go into the Hangman energy, right? And I'm sorry, not the Hangman, the Hermit, H and H, Hermit, Hangman. It's important to pause and go into the Hermit energy. Search your soul. Seek some inner guidance and have some introspection. A lot of people forget to do that, Leo. It's so important. Take inventory from time to time. The Empress in reverse says codependency and a creative block, right? You can do this. You can do this. Don't be afraid of being codependent for a minute. If somebody is opening the door for you to do something that stirs your soul, it's okay to lean on somebody else for a minute while you do this. The universe brings those opportunities into our life, right? It's okay to be codependent for a second. And then the world, right? That's the universe's promise that if you follow your inner calling, there will be a turning point in your destiny and you will have completion and accomplishment in your life. That's awesome, Leo. That's awesome. I do hope that that helped you somehow, some way. Ooh-wee, those cards were above the candle. They're hot. I think they almost caught on fire. Holy shit. Okay, wow, they're hot. Lesson learned. Note to self, don't set the cards by the candle. All right, let's get something to walk away with. Something to walk away with. Something that Leo can walk away with. Those are two. You know what? I think that that was just a hot card slip right there. All right. I know y'all can't see the stuff that I have sitting around here, but I have them all set up here. I like to light candles. I like to light a purple candle because it's the color of spirit. I like to light a green candle because it's the color of money. I'm a Taurus. I am all about the pentacles, right? I like to light a red candle to invoke love. Come on, guys. I guess I should have took those two cards. Now they're mad at me. They're like, screw you. We told you what you needed to say, and you put it back in the deck. I'm sorry, Spirit. They were hot. Come on, Leo. Come on, Tarot. One card for Leo to walk away with. I'm sorry I didn't listen. Okay, I'm going to do this 3 more times, and then I'm going to choose one from the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, what do we got? Card number 12. Let's see what card number 12 has to say for you guys. Letting go and release. Okay. You may have experienced recent emotional upheaval. Your tears are still on the surface, but it's time to start looking ahead. Dwelling on the past and thinking about what could have been will only hold you back. This is part of you which is desperate to let go and move forward, but your disappointment in holding on to the past is stopping you from moving forward. It's time to reveal who you really are. You are not a victim of someone else's emotional control. You are a strong and beautiful person with an abundance of opportunity open to you. Take the first step to release and let go. And be happy the person you want to be, and be happy. Let go and be the person you want to be rather than who you feel others expect you to be. Follow your inner guide. Your greatest gift is to show the world that you are not a victim, rather a strong and determined person ready to be the best that